You've heard it said that school is not a business. That may be true when we're talking about students in classrooms, but behind the scenes, it's a different story altogether. In fact, schools and districts are faced with many of the same back-office administrative concerns as any corporation, large or small. On the financial side of things, detailed and precise accounting is a must. In a typical school district, the CFO relies on a small team of business staff to keep the general ledger balanced. Unfortunately, that crucial responsibility often consists of tedious data entry and procedures that originated in a bygone era. When it comes to creating and managing the district's budget, the ability for our CFO to analyze real-time data in order to identify trends and forecast expenditures is key, but many are still relying on manual spreadsheets and outdated technology. That's not how an executive's time should be spent. What about those physical assets like athletic equipment, electronic devices, and even vehicles? Someone has to make sure that the supplies never run out. Are you still using clipboards, checklists, or decades-old software to keep track of what you need to order? If so, there is a better way. Of course, the most important asset in any school is its people. When positions need to be filled, the HR department relies on technology to help them identify those needs, track the pool of applicants, and put together a total compensation package when that new employee is brought on board. But what of our newly hired teacher? Surely these business processes do not concern him. Not so. He does need to be paid after all. He probably wants insurance more often than not, and I'm sure he would appreciate being reimbursed for that professional development conference he'll attend later in the year. From the perspective of the HR director, there's a lot to consider here. Is a teacher's insurance coverage ACA compliant? For that matter, how accurately is she tracking the hours of any part-time substitutes, custodians, or support staff that may or may not qualify? The number crunchers, on the other hand, will want to know if expense reimbursements are being routed to the right place for approval, and if the money is being drawn from the correct accounts. Any investment in your administrative operations should be about freeing up your staff's time and cutting unnecessary costs. Too often, administrators are forced to compromise best practices in order to fit within the limitations of their technology. Here at Skyward, we just don't think that's a sustainable model for success. Every single person involved in the educational process is touched in one way or another by your ERP solution. Skyward's School Business Suite is designed to make life easier for the CFO, the third grade teacher, and everyone in between.